Architect Chintan Shah, and our studio name is Avani Associates. Me and my wife both are architects, and we started this journey since probably 1997. And we are into all kind of architectural projects. So residential, farmhouses, corporate offices, hospitality, apartment buildings. These are the different kind of projects we do. Basically, in any kind of project, we try to incorporate nature as much as possible. We like our buildings to be as natural as the landscape areas integrating the building. So that is one thing. We try to have a climatic responsive buildings. We try to create more biophilic atmosphere wherever possible in buildings. So the building is not more like a solid piece of architecture, but it is also integrated along with the landscape. In most of the projects, we try to do that. It was a corner building. Initially, it was probably used for coaching classes. It was G+3 stories building, and when we first visited the space, it was a very dead space. But the positive part was they had two facades facing the road. It was a corner plot, but one facade was on west side and one on north side. Fortunately, longer side was on the north, and there were a lot of greenery and trees over there. Natural green spaces were already there. So once we got the client brief, there were three key principles for the concept. First was the hierarchy of spaces. Obviously, each and every project has that. Second was how well we can respond the building to the climate. And third, how we can integrate the entire building along with the landscape. So for the ground floor, we had a lot of margin area where we have already created lots of greenery over there. We have created a beautiful walkway. Then you enter the reception area. So that was our main focus. Our initial concept was to create a biophilic atmosphere even in this building. So we had proposed to create landscape decks around the north and west facing facades of the building at each level, on first floor, second floor, third floor. So that was the idea, to create around 4 feet of fabricated decks all around the building to have lots of landscape around it. So that was the idea, so that typical corporate atmosphere is softened by this kind of landscape. But unfortunately, this building falls into a common society, and they have their own norms. So they were not keen on changing the elevation of the building. Still, we have managed to create some kind of landscaping on ground floor and even on the terrace floor, and even in the spaces which were common areas like lift foyers and all those spaces, we have tried to create landscape pockets. Considering the hierarchy of spaces right from ground floor, which is more of a public space, first floor is mainly focused for the staff area, second floor for the senior staff, and one more director cabin, and third floor is mainly for entire floor is director floor with subordinate cabins along with the director floor. Fourth floor we have kept for a common social gathering, lunchroom. So even all kind of staff, right from junior staff to senior staff, even directors, all can gather over there, have their meals together, can have their office socials over there. So that was more of a social gathering area, which was initially a terrace. We created a soft fabricated structure along with the terrace garden over there on the second floor. So basically, directors' cabins were mainly placed on the west side. We had also considered the Vastu element because client also needed that, and naturally it was falling well within the planning areas. Unfortunately, west side there are no buildings on the other side or no greenery, so it was completely exposed to the sunlight. So after probably say 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, there would be a very harsh sunlight coming over there. While north had lots of trees, and also north climatically also has a very diffused and soft light. So over there we had suggested a honeycomb blind, which could serve dual purpose. Honeycomb has one shear along with the opaque blind connected in the same one system. So whenever they wanted to have a view, like in morning hours, there was no direct sunlight, they can use the sheer part of the honeycomb. And whenever there was harsh sunlight, so probably after 2 or 3, they can have a opaque honeycomb coming down. So it will completely reflect the sunlight and give a very soothing feel inside. So basically we have used a motorized honeycomb, a day and night system. So it has dual property. It can completely block the sunlight and completely it acts also as a thermal barrier because it has a very good reflective property. And when you want a clear view, you can always use a sheer blind, which is also part of the same system. And on the north side, we have used simple sunscreen blinds because there was no issue of direct sunlight penetration from the north side, as well as we could have some level of privacy, but the people sitting inside, who are working inside, can also have a natural view of greenery outside. So that was the idea. On the north facade, we have not used any kind of other harsh blind which would block the entire view. So Giriraj house, we use natural materials as much as possible, wherever possible. It is basically a balance of sophistication along with earthiness and right balance of lights and other elements. AS Cube blinds we have been using since last 20-25 years, and we are very happy with this product. Even the blinds you are seeing in my office, they are installed probably before 12 years by SQ blinds. And wherever there is requirement of blinds, we always recommend SQ blinds.